Today I want to talk about detachment and why detachment is such an important thing in your life. When you hear the word detachment, you might feel like you're being asked to lose control of something or shut off your feelings or emotions. But that's really not what detachment is. Detachment is something so beautiful, and when you are detached from outcomes, from situations, from people, you will live such a happier life. People assume that detachment equals cutting people off or running away from situations or people. They completely ghost people or isolate themselves from everyone. So people see detachment as a shield from pain instead of a healthy boundary. But real detachment is not about tying yourself to outcomes, situations, or people and letting things be what they are, because obsessing over them will only make you suffer. So it's learning to say, okay, this is not for me, without letting it destroy your peace. When you are desperate for an outcome, you're spending so much energy and so much time on that thing, you will lose control over yourself. Instead, you should be spending that time on yourself and on things that are within your control. For example, you can't force a job opportunity. You can't force someone to text you back or call you back, and you can't force someone's feelings. But what you can and what is in your control is you put in the work that moves you forward, you build new skills, or grow instead of obsess over things. Let me give you another example between people that are detached and people that are attached. So, leaders, creators, and business owners, how they become successful is because they are detached from the outcome. They don't obsess over what if it doesn't work. They do the work, they do everything that is within their power, and what is not within their power, they just let it be. It just flows. So they are detached from the outcome. They don't put any of their energy on things that are out of their control. And someone that is attached, what they do, they spend half of their time thinking about an outcome that they can't even control. Oh, I want this person to text me, and they sit for hours looking at their phone or not even doing anything until that person texts them. Do you see how attached and desperate that is? So when you are attached, you get stuck and paralyzed and just overthink about something that you can't even do anything with. So when you get a text from someone or a call, you're happy. When you get nothing from them, you're anxious and start overthinking and literally do nothing. Trust me, when you are detached, you will know that whatever is for you, it will come to you regardless, because God put you on this earth to be blessed. You see, in life, you get guided. Everything that comes into your life, whatever it is, good or bad, it has a purpose. They were meant to come into your life to elevate you. So when something bad happens, it's you thinking that it's bad. So when you think something is bad, you will literally not even learn anything from it. So when something bad happens, you get betrayed or you lose all your money, that thing will teach you, and it will basically elevate you if you take it the right way and learn from that lesson. If you think about it, you are who you are today because of the situations that have happened in your life, and trust that every rejection and no is a redirection and a yes to something bigger and better in your life. You need to trust that whatever God puts in your hands is for your own good. It's for your own best, and you need to trust it. Because the thing is, when you do not trust what God has given you, you will literally go around not knowing where to go in life. you're being guided every single day. There are patterns in your life, and you need to see these patterns, these guided patterns. But when you're so attached to situations and to people, you are so blind that you can't see anything around you. And trust me, I'm not sitting here and saying all this because I haven't gone through that. I have gone through so many things that I was so fixed on one thing or one person that I didn't even count my blessings. I was blessed every single day, but because I was so attached to things out of my control, I was just walking around lost in life. But when I detached from everything around me, and I'm not saying that I ran away and I completely cut people off. I had these days where I just had to be alone, and it's fine to sometimes detach from social medias and everything to find yourself. But do not detach to a point where you will be so cold and not even talk to anyone, and you think that is detachment, because that is just you isolating yourself from everything, and it will take a turn on your life. Next time something happens in your life, just have this mindset that it is what it is, instead of going around thinking that it has to go this or that way. Because when you have that mindset, whoever comes into your life, whatever situation comes into your life or gets out of your life, it is what it is, because it actually is like that. And you won't be forcing your brain to cling to one specific outcome. And whatever you think and you imagine that it will happen in this way, it maybe won't happen that way. It will happen in a whole different way, a way that you didn't even imagine it in your head. And then when that happens and you're attached to that thing, you will become so disappointed and so sad. But when you are detached, that you don't even think of any outcome, you won't even think of anything, and if that thing disappears from your life or if that person leaves your life, then it happened for a reason. You maybe don't know the reason right now, but in a few days, in a few weeks, in a few months, or a year from now, or a few years from now, you will understand why it happened. Trust me, I was in that position sometime in my life, and whatever happened, I thought, oh my god, this thing happened to me, and why did this person leave my life, or why am I so unlucky? But no, it really wasn't like that. Things don't happen to you, but things happen for you, and you will see that whatever you lose, you will get something so much better than that thing. Also, stop fantasizing about people, situations, or outcome, because when you do that, you are making the situation or person something that they're not. And that's why when things don't go your way, you get upset, because you're already imagining the perfect thing. Let's give you an example. You are on social media and you're looking at this person that has a perfect life. How do you know they have a perfect life? They are just showing you what they want to show you. They're not going to show you every moment, every bad thing that happens in their life, because they don't have to. They just want to share with people the happy moments. And what your brain does is, because your brain only sees a tiny percentage, it makes that the whole thing. But it's not the whole. It's not 100% of what you have seen or what you see in that person's life. It's just a small percentage. But you have made it like this person is so perfect. That person is not perfect. Maybe that person that just posted that perfect picture of themselves, they are sitting in their room crying, but they just want to post that because they have to post it, because that's maybe their career, to post these things on social media. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. So stop making everyone else's life perfect while you're sitting in the dark and think that yours isn't even good. By doing so, you are the only person that will suffer. Even outcomes. If you sit down and think about if this person will be your life partner, you only think about the future. What will happen in the future with you two? What if this will go wrong? What if that will go wrong? You're just in the future. You're not even living in the present moment. You need to understand how being attached to all of that will damage you. However, if you have the mindset of it is what it is, instead of going around thinking it has to go this way, imagine how powerful that is. You won't be forcing any outcomes. You won't be forcing anything, because whatever comes into your life and goes out of your life, it is what it is. It is as simple as that. Also, when you trust in God, you will see how fulfilled you will be and how blessed you are. You are blessed every single day. Trust me, the people that leaves your life, God have heard things that you didn't hear, and God sees things that you don't see. So if that person, if that friend of yours leaves your life, it is for the best. If that situation leaves you, it is for the best. And other people that are good for you will come. Better situations will come into your life. And you will see one day how perfect your life will be, how aligned, how everything, how this whole puzzle become a whole piece. You will see your life as this perfect masterpiece. But you need to detach from these outcomes and people before you even see that whole picture. You won't be able to see 1% of that picture if the only thing you think about is people and situations around you, but you're not even looking at your life and how amazing your life is and how blessed you are. Be honest with yourself. How important is that person or situation if you're constantly thinking about them? Are they really that valuable, or are you just giving them free rent in your head? And I've never seen a movie where the spotlight is on the side character while the main character is sitting in a corner overthinking. But that's what you're literally doing when you obsess over people and situations that don't even matter. It comes off as desperate, and let's be honest, that's not really cute.